I say welcome, you say back. Welcome. Welcome. Yes, welcome back to our YouTube, honey. I hope you're having a gorgeous week. I hope you're thriving better than ever. Today I wanted to talk to you about something very important. HIV. Just kidding. We're going to talk about shampoo and conditioner. Now, I know that you might think like, I'm pretty sure I know how to wash my hair. But actually, a lot of people don't know how to wash their hair, and a lot of people are doing it wrong. So I want to talk about some tips, or maybe it's not so much that they're doing it wrong, they have an opportunity to improve upon their washing experience. So I thought we should talk about that today. So here's some tips for washing and conditioning your hair. I think it's really important to use a nice shampoo. You are getting what you pay for, not in all cases, but in a lot of cases. And the nicer the ingredients, the nicer the formulation, the better it is going to work on the hair. But a nice shampoo is more expensive, but this is a really good hack to make your shampoo go further. So if when you put the shampoo on your scalp and you start to work it into a lather and it's just not getting as lathery as you wish that it was, just really briefly take your head and go into the water. Add a little bit more water and you're gonna find that there gets to be a lot more of a lather there. So you don't have to use so much extra pumps of shampoo. It'll make your shampoo go longer. So that's one tip. Add some water, it's gonna make your lather go further. When we're thinking about shampoo and conditioner, really shampoo is more about your scalp and conditioner is more about your mid-lengths and ends. There's some caveats to the conditioner part, but really for shampoo, I'm never scrubbing at my ends. Most of the dirt and the debris and the excess oil, your excess dry shampoo, the products, it's more on the scalp where the oil builds up. It's not so much through your ends. And because of the nature of how hair grows, your ends are way older. But look at my hair. This is a kid, this is like a newborn baby right here on this part of the hair, like right here, newborn. This is more like a toddler. This is more like a teenager, or like a kid. Then it's like a teenager. Then it's like an adult. Then it's like late in life. Then it's like geriatric, right? Because if your hair only grows like 1/4 of an inch a month, this hair was sprouting out on my head like years ago. So that's why I don't really want you scrubbing your ends like this in the shower with a lot of soap. Like I don't want this. I don't want like this and this and this. No, that's not it. If you do have really dirty mid-lengths and ends because you had a lot of gel on there or you just really haven't washed it in a long time or you've been really sweaty or if you were like in a pool and you do want to wash your ends, first of all, the shampoo, when you wash your scalp, the shampoo naturally is going to caress over the ends. But if you do want to wash your ends, wash them like this. Just take the suds and just see how I'm only doing it vertically. I'm not going like this. I'm not roughing up the hair because this hair is older. And you're gonna have to, that's gonna tangle the hair and you're gonna have to detangle that eventually. So especially if your hair is curly, coily, especially if there's highlights. Like when I see videos of people with curly, coily, kinky hair, like just washing the shit out of their ends, that's not good. You don't want to do that. So if you do wash the ends, just do it gently and do it like this. Just go on the out like this. Or you could break it into sections and go like this with the shampoo. Don't just go grrr all over the ends all willy-nilly. That's not good for the hair. It really doesn't like that. So wash your mid-lengths and ends with care. When you're washing on your scalp, I like to wash my hair in sections. So I'll kind of do like this side, then I'll do this side, then I'll do this side top, then I'll do this side top, then I'll do the back at the top, and then I'll do the back at the nape. So much oil gets built up right around the face because we're just tucking, we're doing this, we're throwing the part around. This gets a lot of the action and the nape gets a lot of the action. Also the crown, really just your whole scalp. So really break it down into sections and wash the scalp in sections as opposed to just like willy-nilly going everywhere. So that's the important thing, break it into sections. I'm not using my fingernails. I'm not going like this really because when your scalp is wet, it's the most tender, it's the most fragile. So I'm not really wanting to create like little micro cuts and micro tears like by doing my nails really rough. I'm doing more of the pads. So see the difference between this and this. Pads versus nails. So that's just an important thing too. You don't want to create like breakage up at your crown from just, so just, So we're gently using the pads of the fingers. We're washing in sections of the hair. If you're doing a pre-wash scalp oil treatment or like a pre-poo treatment, I always like to do 2 washes. If you wash every day, I think you can do 1 wash. If you wash more like twice a week, I always like to do a double cleanse. If you are someone who washes their hair every day, you really need to use a more gentle shampoo and conditioner. That's really important. Try to get something sulfate free. That's really important. When we're rinsing the shampoo, I like to also rinse it in sections. So I will literally take the top of my hair like this. I'll section it away from the faucet so that I can just rinse like underneath. You know, like really get underneath and rinse if your hair is thick. Then I'll bring the top down and wash, or, rinse all this out. But you really want to rinse super, super thoroughly. You don't want to leave any of that shampoo behind. Get a filter in your shower. In the house that I live in, I have like a really nice water filter. That also changed my hair a lot from when I used to not have a water filter in the shower. So whether you put it on the shower head or your house has it, get a shower head filter. That really, really helps. There's so much like hard ass water out there. It creates buildup in the hair. So a shower filter really, really, really helps. There's a lot of good ones out there. Let me know in the comments which ones you guys like if you're a big fan of any. So that's a big one. So conditioning tips. It is so, 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 so important, no matter the length of your hair, no matter the texture of your hair, that you have a wet brush in the shower to distribute the conditioner throughout your hair with a brush. If you're only using your fingers to distribute conditioner throughout your hair, you are leaving so much on the table for the benefits of the conditioner. The job of the brush, of the wet brush in the shower, is to really evenly distribute that conditioner around each and every strand. Your fingers just cannot distribute it as evenly as that brush can. So please get in there with a brush. And the nice thing about that is that you're gonna be detangling the hair when you're still in the shower, so you're not gonna have as much work in detangling when you're out of the shower. So you definitely wanna use, and I can hear people in the comments now saying, look, I thought you were never supposed to brush wet hair. As long as you have conditioner in your hair, it's fine to brush wet hair. So make sure that you've got your conditioner in there, do your wet brush, detangle it in the shower. I always like to let my conditioner sit for at least a minute, but I always have a clip in my shower and I use that to just like, wrap my hair on top of my head, clip it, and then I'll like wash my body and then I'll like rinse the conditioner out while I'm washing, or after I've washed the body, just let it sit for a minute. So that's really important. While you're detangling though, for our water saving queens, you can turn the water off, take your time. It doesn't get cold in there as long as you don't open the door. So you can turn the water off while you're distributing that conditioner throughout your hair with that wet brush, but that makes like the biggest difference ever, you guys. I'm not even kidding, it is the biggest difference. Oh my God, I get so passionate talking about shampoo and conditioning that my lips get chapped. Rinsing it in sections, this is also important. Just like shampoo, taking the top up off your hair, rinsing it in sections, you really wanna rinse thoroughly. The thicker your hair is, the more you could break up those sections. Like you could really come in from underneath so that you only have like this much hair and like really rinse the nape. And just work your way up so that you're really like rinsing every area of the scalp. Like you really can rinse it like moment by moment, make sure you're getting everything out. Because there's a lot of conditioners out there that are really full of silicones, not mine, but there are some really heavy silicone conditioners, and those can really build up on the hair. So it's important that you really want to thoroughly rinse those out when you're in the shower. Here's another little tip for shampoo and conditioning that I really like, which is that your style starts in the shower. I know I've been talking about that a lot on the YouTube, but it really starts in the shower. So if you're wanting, let's say you have hair like mine, and let's say that you're blowing it out straight like mine, but you want more lift on the root, you could do a volumizing conditioner on your scalp, but then do a more hydrating, like frizz control conditioner on your mid-lengths and ends. So very frequently, I will do our Embody conditioner, which is our volumizing conditioner on my scalp, but then I'll do like our Nurture hydrating mask, because it's just been summer and traveling, but then I'll do the mask from like here down. So sometimes you can spot treat. You can do one thing on your scalp and a different thing on your mid-lengths and ends. I also just really like our particular Embody conditioner specifically on scalp, because a lot of times people are like, oh, I don't want conditioner on my scalp because it makes my blow dry flat, but then they also have dry, flaky scalp, and that's because it's just not getting enough moisture. So if you're that person who's like, I don't want to weigh my hair down, and that's why I don't condition my scalp, try a volumizing conditioner on your scalp. It will not weigh it down. In fact, it'll help you get volume, and the conditioner will also help to hydrate and balance your scalp. So I love our Embody one, but you could try whatever volumizing one that you want. But try that out because it really gives you a gorgeous result. So when it comes to the amount of shampoo and conditioner that you should use, this is like an overall thing. It really depends on how much hair you have and how dense your hair is. So there's hair length, right? That's how long is my hair. But then there's hair density. That's how many hairs per square inch do I have on my scalp. And those are two different things. So you might have really long hair, but it might not be that dense. Or you might have really short hair and it's super duper dense. So it really depends on your hair type. For me, I usually use like a lot of pumps. I use a lot of pumps of shampoo. I do a lot of pumps of conditioner. But if you want to save on your shampoo and like not, go through it so fast, go back to that tip where I said before is add a little bit of water to the suds situation, and that's going to help to really emulsify it and distribute it throughout your hair. If your hair is like anything from like a bob or longer, it's always gonna be like at least a grape sized. If your hair is like really short, like a tiny little short pixie, it could be more like a blueberry or 2 blueberries. But if your hair is like anything from here, it's gonna be at least a grape. It could be even like a walnut, like a lot of pumps. So you're gonna wanna use quite a bit. And that's not even a mine, that's just like anybody's. When you're applying your shampoo and your conditioner, you want to do this on very wet hair. Like make sure it is fully soaking wet in the shower, like you haven't left a little dry spot or just gone like, You really want to make sure that the hair is like sopping, soaking wet. Thank you for joining us, you guys, on learning how to wash and condition our hair. Wait, Dave, will you show them? These are my favorite shampoos and conditioners. They've been right here this whole time, just right off camera. Look. Yes, these are my girls. Look at them, they're gorgeous. Now, come back to me really quick. I'm gonna bury a little piece of news about JVN hair in here. If you have been sad, lost, alone, and afraid without undamage, I hear you, I see you, I vibe you. I have an update. I've seen a lot of people be like, oh, now that the hair care company is saved, can you go back to your old formula of the Nurture, which used to be in a purple bottle? The answer is no. So the thing about this is, we actually changed this formula way before we ever knew that we were changing parent companies and way before any of the drama that happened. So we originally changed the Purple Nurture shampoo and conditioner because I sillily picked a purple can. And then everyone thought that it was like literally like a purple blonde, like a purple shampoo and conditioner for blonde hair. And I was like, why didn't I? Of course people would have thought that. Like I think that when I look at purple, I was like, oh, that's a purple pretty color. So we picked out blue, first of all, because we just wanted to make it more clear that it's not a purple shampoo and conditioner. Then we also just had so much negative feedback on the scent. We had a lot of negative feedback on the scent. We also had a lot of feedback that it wasn't hydrating enough. So we took the formula back, we added amino acids, we added this other type of protein called keratin, which comes from upcycled orange peels, because it creates more smoothness to the hair. So we actually made the formula nicer. It actually cost us more to do this one. So it's not that we got sold and did like a cheaper formula. This formula is actually more expensive than the old one was. But yeah, so that's what we did there. We changed it to a blue can. But so right now we don't have any immediate plans to incorporate the old scent. Maybe we can, but I think the biggest takeaway for me from this as an entrepreneur is that we read comments, we see reviews. So, and negative reviews will move a company faster than positive ones will. So if there's a lot of negative reviews, people, in our case, it wasn't that many. It was like, a couple handful. But if you love something the way it is, leave a gorgeous review. Leave a good review, because entrepreneurs and business owners really rely on those to get an idea of what people are thinking. So if you love something and you don't want it changed, leave a review. So that's the story with Nurture. But there's another story with Undamaged that I want to tell you guys about really quick, and then we can go. This magenta color was clashing with the line. It just didn't look pretty. Now this formula I'm obsessed with. We're not changing this formula. We're not adding anything. We're not taking anything out. We're keeping this formula. So the formula is gonna stay the same, but we are switching the color of the bottle and we're changing the name of the line. Because I felt like, Embody is the name of our volumizers and Nurture is the name of our moisturizers, but those are both like affirming things. Like who doesn't want to embody? Who doesn't want to nurture? But Undamaged, honey, it's kind of giving like a negative connotation, just the damage part. It's like, is my hair damaged? Like, what does this mean? So I think I realized just the name of Undamaged and the color isn't working with the rest. It's not playing as well with the rest the way that I wish it did. So we're changing the name and changing the color, but keeping the formula the same. I don't know if I'm supposed to announce the name of the new color yet, so I'm not going to, but I just wanted to give you an update. If you see Undamaged, get your hands on it. If you cannot find it and that was like your favorite thing ever, don't worry. The exact same formula is coming back. I can tell you that it'll be back in December. Get excited for that. So we're excited for that. I hope you're excited for that. I love you guys so much. Thanks for coming to this episode for washing and conditioning tips. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.